I'm Solon from, where you're at. You're at Gamesline. I'm here with Playism's Michael Kobayashi.
Hello.
And we're here to talk a little bit about Playism at large, because this is a publishing outlet that has a bunch of cool games. This is like half of them, and then the other half of the booth has just another wall of games. And between all of these games, they all represent a really specific niche.
Basically, Playism is one of Japan's oldest and largest indie game publishers.
Yes.
And it was formed in 2011. And we strive to really bring, I guess, the cream of the crop indie games. So pretty much unique, original, kind of just new ideas.
Right.
And we really like to cultivate those and help share those with the world.
I was just looking at what we've got on selection here.
Yeah.
Big Mech Combat Arena game. Big Mech Racing game.
Yep.
It's like Mario Kart in here.
It's like Mario Kart. Yep.
And then the Babes with their deck building card game.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, this is a wide variety of stuff that really bridges Japanese media and kind of a Western American dev game style.
Yep.
And I want to know more about like how you choose what kind of games that you want to pursue, and how you find all these folks, because these are not like huge dev teams that have a ton of resources.
Yep.
That's what you're there for.
That's right. That's right.
And so scouting this isn't easy.
Yep.
Especially across multiple continents. So how does that all work?
Yes, so most of these titles, actually this year, we've actually brought some titles that we've worked with the devs in the past. So,
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Metal Bringer, we've worked with them before for Samurai Bringer. I'm not sure if you've heard of.
I have heard of Samurai Bringer.
Yeah,
Yes.
Samurai Bringer, this is the same studio that brought to you
Of
Samurai
course.
Bringer. Break Arts 3 is actually the sequel to Break Arts 2.
Yep.
And so, yeah, but in terms of really...
So you've got this really good relationship with a lot of devs.
That's correct. That's correct. We have a lot of relationships with different devs, and then we, publish their initial games, or we work with them. And if they're interested in making a sequel, then we like to talk to them about that as well. And
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
That's amazing, because that you're fostering trust and this relationship over time. But there's also like these are big money projects.
Yeah.
So it's not something as simple as just like, oh yeah, just go make another one.
Yeah.
God, yeah. How does that work with when you have a game, maybe it was this big hit, maybe it wasn't this big hit. How do you go about deciding like when is the time to pull the trigger and like, all right, make a sequel or make something brand new? Like how, I don't know how much of a guiding hand you would have in that as the publisher, but how does that, decision process work?
So, it's, we pretty much look at it not just from a financial standpoint, not just from, oh, will this game make profit? Will this game make a lot of money?
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
We don't like mainly center around that. We mainly look at, how original is this? How fresh is this? Does the world is there another game that's like this already that's released? So we kind of take all that into consideration, and and that's how we bring about these games. Some of them are fortunate enough to be like really blow up and get super popular.
Right.
We try not to stress,
that's kind of beautiful, because that puts you into a position as a curator of not like trying to push or mold something into something it isn't.
That's right. Yeah.
You're pushing and molding games into what they should be, you know, what they
Exactly.
want to be, what the developers want to create.
Yeah, that's right.
And in doing so, you end up with this really cool selection. And so it's not just about like, oh, we're trying to make sure these are all hits, all bangers. It's more like all of these are special to someone.
That's correct. That you put it beautifully. I think that's really it. We wanted to really bring the developer's vision to fruition. You know, instead of telling them like, this is what we want from you, this is how, you know, your game should be. It's more like, what do you want to create and how can we support that?
I've been seeing that a lot with a lot of publishers, especially on the PAX show floor. There's just a lot of people that I respect how much they curate relationships first.
Yes, yeah.
And I've always seen Playism as kind of the forefront of that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot for like a lot of people, like for Dread XP and for like PM Studios. These are all like larger groups that they want to, you know, help a developer build what their vision is.
Right.
How does it work? Because Playism's in a much more specific spot as a publisher. How does it work across the continents? Because you're working with a lot of Japanese developers.
Correct.
And bringing their stuff over here.
Yes.
Is there any like, you know, tricky stuff, complications with that? It makes it exciting and interesting.
Yes, yeah, of course. I think, you know, one of them is time zones.
Yep.
It's it kind of complicates things, as if we work with a developer from the States or from Europe, you know, we only get to work with them for several hours during the day.
Yep.
And so that kind of throws a little wrench into the mix, but you know, we still try our best to communicate.
Right.
And yeah.
And part of that's you get to be the person to figure that stuff out instead of the developers having to worry about that.
That's right.
And then the developers get their games here in the States.
Yep.
You also do shows in Japan too, right?
Yes, we do. So we do Tokyo Game Show, which is, I think, Japan's version of PAX in a way. And we also do a Playism game show, PGS.
Really?
Yeah. It's an online event.
Right.
So
okay, yeah.
It used to be in the form of live streams.
Yep.
But this year we kind of mixed it up, and we kind of provided like a Nintendo Direct sort of feel to it this year. So this year's a little different, but it's Playism game show is where we, you know, showcase our upcoming lineup and everything like that.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. That's it makes it kind of like, as the press side of things, it's like, oh, there's just 100 of these different games showcases that we've got to just find. But it does make it fun because you get to do it in your flavor, in your style, and you get to be in control of your, you know, content, as it were.
Yeah, that's right.
So it makes sense for Playism in a million ways. I love that. Anything that you're looking forward to from Playism over the next coming months?
Just pretty much our lineup here, and not just these. We actually have a lot more titles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there are a lot of games right here, but it's not even close to like all of the games that are coming from Playism.
That's right. Yeah. So we just really look forward to sharing our entire lineup with everybody. You know, people in the West, you know, and people in Asia, just the entire world, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you also do hardware, or not hardware, physical release stuff too, right?
Yes, we do. That's correct.
Because y'all like do physical release publishing for like a bunch of games.
Yes, that is correct. It's just that for Playism specifically, we publish games, hard copies in Japan.
Right.
Yeah. For other titles that that we have physical copies of that we sell in either the States or Europe.
Yeah.
We usually work with a different publisher for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So then it becomes, because you're working with physical retail, you have the publisher. So you're basically picking the games. You're going, that needs a box now.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, yes, thank you, Playism. Of course, you were right. And then you send it to the publisher. They deal with it. What a great situation to be in. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Are you also doing collector's editions and stuff too for a lot of that stuff, or is that?
We do for select titles.
Yeah.
Yes. So, unfortunately, I don't know if there's not much I can really share at the current moment. But yes, there are titles that we do.
Okay, cool.
Items for
Yeah. I was just thinking, just because a lot of these games in a box, you can add so much to it.
Oh yeah.
Anything else for Playism? Anything you're excited about?
No, just that
for those of you who are either planning on coming to PAX, feel free to check us out. We're at booth 1617, and we have pretty much 12 laptops here that have all of our demos on it. So,
Awesome.
Please, feel free to check us out.
Thank you so much for your time. This has been a blast. I'm glad I finally get to talk to Playism.
No, thank you.
Because I'm a big fan. So
thank you so much. No, thank you for the opportunity.
of course,
Yeah.
anytime.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
All right.